So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It is an absolutely beautiful day. I just got back to the house. I made a trip over to Adler Sons and I made a deal on some walnut logs, and I got about a half hour to make room for them. So this is actually a pretty good load of walnut for around here. We just don't get it like they do in other states, like I think Iowa, places like that. But there's a lot of really good lumber in this load. It'll have a lot of figure to it. There's some clear stuff in there. It's a pretty good jag of wood though. That's a bonus log there. I got part of a tree stand attached to it. It's just ratchet strapped. I can cut that off. There's a couple logs with just a little bit of wire. He marked them all though for me. Bill, how long have you been running a log truck?
About 14 years.
14 years. Well, now what would this, like how many board feet you think's right there? Around 3,000? 3,500?
I would say probably about 3,500.
Yeah. Now I was just telling them, walnut is not real big around here. We don't see a lot of it, right?
Exactly. We don't see a lot of it. A lot of times on the old farm stands, fence rows, stuff like that in the farms has old growth walnut, but there isn't a lot left.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some down by my sister's place. I don't know what, I remember from when I was a kid, My dad told me, oh, those are walnuts. I'm like, okay. They're still only about 18 inches in diameter, and I'm 57.
They grow very slow.
Yeah.
They grow very slow.
Probably like most other ones, though. If you get them out in the open somewhere, they'll probably grow a little faster, right?
Exactly. If you choke them in, if you're going to plant a stand, if you choke them in, plant them every 10 feet from each other on all 4 directions, it'll keep the limbs from coming out, and you'll get a lot better product.
Right. Yeah. So how's this truck running?
Great.
You haul a lot of loads with this thing, huh?
Yes, I do.
I see it on the road all the time.
Yes, I do.
What's happening in Adler Sons this time of year?
Pretty much clean up around the shop, gearing up, going over the equipment, going over the trucks.
Getting everything ready for next season.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Anytime.
Thanks.
Anytime.
All right, we're in pretty good shape now. Got a bunch of white oak right there, a bunch of walnut right here. Everything in this pile is walnut, except for this big log right here. I believe that is a chestnut oak. I think that's what it is. But yeah, there's some pretty good stuff in there. Some decent sized ones here. Should be good. right, it's been a pretty good couple hours here at the Woodyard. Got some cherry split up. There was just a little bit of maple in there, but we're going to need to start getting some wood out of the wood bunker soon and fill up more IBC totes and fill up the woodshed. I only have about 2.5 cords left. That'll get us through this winter, no problem at all. This is for our use here. One of the things I want to do before we start filling it up, though, I'm going to pull those pallets out of there and put a nice floor in there like I did in this one. I need another section in here, but that's like 1.5 inch maple on some nice 4x4s that I cut on the sawmill. That works so much better. These pallets, now these ones here are actually pretty decent shape, but what happens is they just break, you fall through them, and they're just hard to walk on. So I'm going to get rid of this one here. This was a big, like a 5x12 one that I cut down. The rest of them, like over here, these are just your standard pallets, and there's not much to them at all. I want to get that stuff out of there. Put a nice floor in there before I turn an ankle or something, you know? Take another look at these walnut logs. Like I said, this big one here is chestnut oak. Everything else is walnut. I tell you what, I think I'm going to take a break from the weather apps on my phone and the couple different weather YouTube channels that I watch, and here's why. For the last week and a half, well, they started about a week and a half ago, talking about a snowstorm for tomorrow, which is Saturday, which is when you're going to see this video. And I know it was a long way out, but originally it looked like we were going to get a whole bunch of snow. But as we get closer till the day of the storm, it gets less and less. Matter of fact, yesterday they were saying like a rain-snow mix, maybe 1 inch of snow. Now east of here, and like the New England states, even down at the cabin, I think they're going to get quite a bit. But now today, they're kind of bumping it back up again for here. Now it's like 2 to 4 inches. So I'm not going to pay attention. Whatever it does, it does. I was going to get into snow mode, maybe put a blade on a tractor or something, but it doesn't really matter. It'll only take a few minutes if we do get some snow. It's just not frozen, you know, cold enough. Like right now, it barely got above freezing today, but the ground is not frozen. Just in the mornings, you know, like 1 inch or 2, that's about it. So we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I think I'm going to take a break from the weather apps and just go old school, you know, wake up, see what the weather's doing. So Melissa's sitting on her shoe. That's why she looks taller than me.
Folded behind.
Can you imagine sitting down like that with you're sitting on your foot?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be good, Melissa. I don't see, you look so much taller than me. No.
You should try it.
I'd be in the hospital if I sat on my foot. So it's later on in the evening right now, and we're up here in the building. It's nice and toasty and warm.
Feels good.
And we're exhausted, not from wood cutting or anything like that. What are we exhausted from?
The grandkids, Ty and Thea, were here. They're very, very fun.
Very energetic.
Yeah. And Thea loves, with her laugh, she laughs a lot. With her laugh, she screams.
It just runs and goes and goes.
And I was talking to Levi and Kate when they picked them up, and I'm like, she screamed most of the time. They're like, huh, she usually doesn't cry. I wonder why she was crying. I guess she wasn't crying. She was
laughing.
Screaming, like she was, ha ha ha, and then it just...
Oh, yeah. So what time is it? It's about 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
It's about 8 o'clock at night. I never finished this video down below, but that's a nice load of walnut logs. I looked at them a little bit closer, and I have found that if you're looking for logs like that, you're much better off getting them from a tree clearing company rather than like trying to buy logs off of a mill. You know what I mean? Because they already bought them. They have a purpose for them. But the tree clearing guys, I think you get a better deal on them. You know, they're not all cut to length. The ends aren't sealed or anything like that. I will do all that kind of stuff, but be able to pick and choose. And I'm pretty excited though, because we don't have very much walnut adhering the property. We have some nice ones actually right in the yard,
right?
But I'm not going to cut them down.
Yeah.
And that's what Bill was saying from Adler Sons. He said most of the ones they get are near houses and fence lines and things like that. But like out in the bigger woods, you just don't find them very often around here.
Yeah, not around here. But I think a lot of that was planted, don't you?
Probably. Like right where we live here, where our house and the building is, the old farmhouse beside us, we owned that at one time. And we fixed it up and sold it with just 1 acre. And we kept all around it and back here. But this area where we live right here, where the house and everything, it was kind of the old orchard from back in the day. That's why we have so many cool trees right in the yard. We've got Chinese chestnuts. We've got butternuts, walnuts.
Yeah.
What else is around here? That's
just like on that side of the driveway, and then on this side of the building. And then we have,
I think there's
down
three or four nice walnuts, butternut. I think the one right over here with the berries is like a mulberry tree. I think that's what that is.
What's the one down by the driveway?
That's a shagbark hickory, which I don't think they planted that one. That might have been
No,
there.
I don't. Yeah, I wasn't. But it sucks a lot of moisture.
Oh, it does.
That ground is always.
And I think it's very acidic too. It's very hard to grow grass around. It might just be the shade, but I think all those nuts I think they're just a very acidic tree. I don't know. Not an expert on that. But yeah, pretty excited about the walnut. I really am. I can get cherry, red oak, soft maple till the cows come home. I can get that stuff, but I can't get walnut. And I can't get a lot of white oak here. I could if I wanted to. We have a bunch of white oak, but like where I'm clearing, there wasn't much white oak. But yeah, pretty excited about that. There's a couple of things we wanted to mention before we wrap this up. Number one, the newsletter. I think that is very important. If you're interested, sign up for our newsletter. All you need to do is go to our website, outdoorswiththemorgans.com, and there will be a pop-up that comes up, and you can either close it out or just enter your email, and you will be signed up for our newsletter. We send them out twice a month. I've seen a few people say they haven't gotten one, but you have, check your spam folder or whatever. But I will say,
we need you to go to the website and put that.
Yeah, we can't. We're not going to do that for you.
It's not going to work if you tell us to enter it.
Yeah, what I was going to say, they have a word for it, open rate or something. So when we send them out, we can see how many were read. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's huge. It's like 90%.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't see them, check your spam folder or something. But
possibly
the read rate or whatever it's called, it's really high, really high. So we know that you guys have been checking them out. But Levi and Melissa work on those, and I think they're nice.
It's a good, definitely once a month. I think twice a month is.
Yeah, and then when we're going to have Fire Starter available, we'll let you know in the newsletter.
Right.
And that kind of stuff as well. But we're going to have some pretty cool things coming up this year. We're pretty excited about it.
And also go to our social media, which is Facebook, Outdoors with the Morgans, and then Instagram, Outdoors with the Morgans. Yeah. Instagram is so hard to grow. Don't you think?
It is.
It's the
I never did much with it.
Well, yeah. Mike's just like, whatever. He doesn't waste time on it. Maybe that's part of the problem. I'm wasting too much time on it and it's not growing.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely go to the website. And at the website, you can also watch the videos. So there's a tab that you can click on that's for our videos. So if you aren't sure if you missed one, because you haven't numbered videos in like a year or two, right?
Yeah. So go to the website. It'll say videos.
They're all lined up.
I'm going to publish this video tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., which will be Saturday. And by that time, it may be snowing here just a little bit, but it's a big flop for our area. I told him that earlier.
I wanted snow, and it looks like we're not going to get much of anything.
A couple inches, maybe.
Now, daughter Hannah out in State College they're going to get it.
Yeah, down at the cabin, I think it's going to get quite a bit.
Well, it was actually in the weatherman. It was in the pink.
Where the cabin is?
Yeah. 14 inches. It's forecasted. Did you see that?
No. You know what I'm going to do? I might go down there first of the week if we get a bunch. My battery's already dead. I told you in that one trail camera I put the set it to video, and man, in 2 days hundreds and hundreds of little video clips killed it. So I need to figure that out. Stop by Bass Pro. I think they have like big batteries and stuff for them. But anyway, we are rambling on.
I have a ramble.
What?
You have way more shoes
No, I
and
don't.
boots
No.
than you could imagine. I go into every room I go into, there's a pair of Mike's shoes or boots.
It's not true.
Yeah, it is.
I have a couple pair of boots.
You have a lot.
I have cold weather boots for when it's cold, steel toe boots, hikers.
Walkers. You got shoes for Christmas.
Guess what I got for Christmas? They're pretty crazy looking. What are they called?
Are you wearing?
No, what are they called?
Hoka.
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 And when you're like working in the building and you're on concrete all day, they're unbelievable. The weight of that shoe,
Oh, they're both very light.
it's unbelievable. It's like 2 feathers on your feet.
Yeah.
Hoka. Is that what they're called?
Hoka. Yeah.
Pretty
Hoka.
nice.
They are. I have a pair. Actually, I have a pair on, but daughter Eva has a couple pairs. That girl in shoes. She has many shoes as Mike does shoes and boots.
Tell you what, if Hokas make a boot and they look like something a rapper would wear,
They look like, yeah.
but if they're as comfortable as the other one, don't care. I'll wear them.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They're pricey.
But they're comfortable.
You can't compromise your comfort.
Yeah.
How was your Christmas? What kind of crazy gifts did you get? That was probably the craziest for you.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's about it. We appreciate y'all being here. Anything you want to wrap up with, Melissa?
Nope, I did my wrapping.
Done for another year. Catch you on the next one.
That's right.
See ya.
Thanks.